Blessings. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Hopefully, we don't have any more technical difficulties. Sometimes I do get problems with streaming up here, so my apologies if that happens. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, all the times that you join me for the messages, to listen to all the wisdom that I have to put out. Guys, it's just been really amazing. The feedback, the response, the testimonies, everything that I've been getting with the Forties vinegar. And I mean, I'm a testament myself of taking apple cider vinegar for many years now and knowing what the great benefits are. But mixing them with all of the other herbs and different things like that makes it super potent, guys. You'd be amazed at just the benefits that you could receive just by taking a tablespoon full of this every day alone. All right, guys, but make sure you reach out and either buy or reserve a bottle because I'm getting low. I do have more that's being made, but it does take a minimum of 3 weeks to make. So you better get started on your own or get your order in now so that you'll have that immune system protection to help keep it boosted and help you to be able to stave off bacteria, infections, viruses, anything that might come your way, guys. You can definitely do that today by having the right things on board. All right, blessings to you. We're going to get into our Witchy Woman Wisdom messages today and see what the Witch's Kitchen and Witch's Tarot have to say for us. Awesome. Thank you. Feeling you, Great One. Tapping into that elemental wisdom, the spiritual aspect of our being to bring through the messages that are most needed for the highest good of all. Setting my ego to the outside. So it is. So it is. So it is. Awesome. All right, so we're going to get one card out for each deck today, and then we'll get some tarot cards out around this and see what is going on, guys. So how have you been? What's been going on in your world? Lots of busyness for me, but you know, it is what it is because I have things that I want to accomplish, and you have to take, you know, the work that comes with whatever it is that you're moving towards. And in this case, I have to still work in my regular job and, you know, move towards the things that I really want to do as well that I know resonate with my heart as far as being able to truly help people. And the, you know, physical perspective is just one of those, but certainly this is another. And being able to offer you that wisdom to help you to make better choices in your own life and to feel better in your walk. You know what I mean? All right, let's get it today. A little bit about taking care of ourselves more is kind of what I was feeling there. I know that I could do a little bit better job at that sometimes. But yeah, you know, just making sure that we eat enough, making sure that we rest enough and things of that nature. Those are always good things to do anyway. Get outside and go for a walk. Just get out in nature. Get that photosynthesis going within your eyes by the sun, you know, coming through them. You do create photosynthesis with your eyes, guys. Ooh. Wow. All right, so we've got spell, manifestation, and tarot cards guidance. So this is guiding you today to look into whatever situation you're going through a little bit more. Now, I'm about to do a Celtic cross here, and we're going to see what this has to tell us in regards to spell and manifestation. Wow, these are powerful cards coming out today. That's very interesting. I feel like there could be a lot of messages that you could receive today, and that wisdom and even just knowing that what you speak, your words, right, are spells. So what words are you speaking and how do you want to formulate those, you know, to show, you know, the world. You have to almost kind of pretend that you're living in your new world already, at least to the degree that you can, which means that we work with our mind and our emotions right now, right? Because a lot of the physical aspects may not match up just yet because we're still in that manifestation aspect of things, right? So what do we need to know in regards to all of this to help bring about what we need today? We're going to read the card or the information on tarot cards and see what that has to say. But let's see what Witch's Kitchen has to say. Wow, that card came out pretty quickly. Cinnamon and reignite. On the bottom, ginger and power. Very interesting. Yeah, so we are definitely tapping back into some maybe ancient wisdom that we weren't even aware that we knew about. I've been doing that a lot lately, like with the thieves vinegar and things of that nature, right? I feel like so much is being brought back into this time and space to help us to remember, all that perhaps has been tried to be covered over as far as what truths are really out there. These natural medicines, for instance, that are able to be such a benefit to us that have always been available. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just makes you question a lot of things about where you are in your life, what has brought you to this place, what you were taught, and all of that, right? Let's read tarot card and see what that has to say for us today. Very interesting. Tarot cards. So here, I guess it just says tarot guidance instead of tarot cards. Interesting that it has a little bit different of a terminology. Here's the affirmation or invocation today. It says, questions asked, why, where, or what? With tarot by your side, fear not, for guidance comes through clear and fast, revealing all that you have asked. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. You have been so distracted lately that important messages are passing you by. You have called upon guidance, and as yet you have not stopped to notice or to hear the answers that it brings in oh so many forms. Be still, breathe, and relax as guidance coaxes you to use your magic wand to light up the dark chambers within and reveal your natural wisdom. You have all you need as tarot takes up its sword and offers you its cup of life to quench your deep thirst for answers. As you drink of its sweet nectar, you will find all the advice and knowledge you need for the personal growth required to carry on. Your newly found insight will expand along with the age-old wisdom of tarot and guidance to illuminate the way. Follow and trust the messages that are revealed, for they will point you in the right direction with the pentacle to protect you. All right, so some of you may be considering getting into tarot or learning more about it. It's a great way to understand, the dynamics of the spiritual aspects of things and how that orderliness, comes about by, making choices that are more in alignment with growth as opposed to death type of things, right? So we start to learn more either through the guidance we receive, through the readings that we get through other people, or by learning through doing readings with ourselves and for others, right? It helps us to tap into and see, especially when we are able to receive those clear messages and that confirmation from the other person that yes, you really did tap into information that, was relevant to me. It does make you, help you to have that different perspective on the unseen and, to understand that it's not you that is doing it, but you become that conduit, right? And this is really allowing yourself, whether it's your physical body or whether you're using aids, but to tap back into that innate ability that you have to tap into your own spirit, your own answers and things of that nature. And that comes through that stillness and using all of the powers that are you, that you essentially are, that create you, the wand, the sword, the truth, all the things that even if you follow, Christianity, it's like armoring yourself. It's putting on all of those things that will protect you, right? So having that wisdom, living in truth and things of that nature, and the tarot can help guide you in the right direction and finding those answers and the right way to go. So that's why, if you're tapping into the right person, or if you clear yourself, just like I do with the seating bowl and things of that nature, you definitely want to make sure you're clearing the energy to receive those messages in the way that you need to the most, right? So the Witch's Foresight says, tarot reveals the answers you are seeking. Do not be too proud to ask for help. The signs are all around you. Look for them. Learn and study the tarot. You have a natural talent for reading tarot and delivering messages. Trust in your psychic abilities. You already know the answers. Yeah, so I feel like with this spell and manifestation, not only, could this possibly be another line of work for you, but it will again help you to tap into the right energy. So when you're creating and manifesting, right, like the spell card here indicates with manifestation, we're making sure that we know how to formulate our words, right? That we know how to hold sacred space in the right way so that we're not going to hurt or harm ourselves even, right? So very important today. And we're going to tap into the original Rider-Waite in honor of the tarot card coming out today, because I want to see what we have going for us, what we need to be aware of, what energy we may be sitting in today. And then Cinnamon, be aware, is here to reignite. So again, it's like maybe you have actually started to do readings, in the past or whatever, and it was just a hobby or whatever, but maybe now you're becoming interested in it again because you're watching more readings or something like that. Or maybe it's just telling you need to get a reading, and this will help you to gain that clarity if you're not a reader yourself, that you're looking for to be able to know what direction to go in any particular situation. Yeah, because tarot definitely helps you to see where to invest, right? This is about knowing where to put our energy, our, time, and our money especially, so that we're going to get a good return on our investment of energy in whatever form that might be, right? Imbalance will always throw us off our game. So being aware of that, that when we're not balanced, when we're not thinking right, when we're not feeling right, when we're not making the right moves and living in our truth, right? So we have to take that truth and allow it to balance us out. And that's what tarot will help you to do. Many times you may see, answers come up that you don't really relate to, right? Or that you don't agree with, or that you don't want to be true is probably the better way to say it. Like this, not having to be truthful about that you're not filling your own cup, that you're not creating your own happiness. But what I do see is this card, and when I have it laying down on my table, is looking towards the future. The Page of Wands, it's a new start, right? Everything is a new start, when it's something new to us, and it does take time to learn, and to be able to become more adept in anything that you're doing. So it doesn't matter. It's putting that practice a little bit each day towards whatever it is that you're doing. And before you know it, you become awesome. Now, this Emperor in reverse, wow. That could indicate either, just other powers outside of us, especially masculine powers in this case, because we're talking about Emperor. But the reason for the reading could be maybe just not standing in our own power, or allowing, circumstances or other people to have power over our emotional state. Instead of being that emperor. Emperors are able to make those moves regardless of feelings, if you will. They're going to do what's in the best interest, head over heart. And sometimes that is necessary. We're still compassionate, we're still loving people, but we sometimes have to make those hard decisions that even we don't like to make. You know what I mean? Yeah, heartbreak can always be a part of the equation, but by learning, those swords that have been stabbed in our heart, stabbed in our back, in different respects, and things that we see here cause all these storms in our life, we have the ability to change those around. It helps us with me seeing that Three of Swords in the reverse for the future card. It allows you to be able to have an insight as to things that may be coming towards you, or energies that you could be holding that could hold you back from moving into more positive directions in your life, right? The Knight of Swords in reverse for how we see the situation. So when we're not able to tap into those messages and really understand truth for what it is, it can really feel like that we're constantly, living in a world of chance, and that, I hope everything's going to work out, but not really fully feeling like we have all of the answers, right? And tarot can certainly help you with being able to know more, how to navigate all of the aspects of your life, quite honestly. The Empress in reverse for the outside energy. I think this is how you know, we, especially with the Emperor in the reverse, right? When we're not balanced, this is, you know, kind of like we're not able to then in that feminine power, right? When it's in the reverse, it's like we're not creating, we're not abundant, things of that nature. The Empress is always talking about, you know, connecting with that abundance energy. She's usually pregnant, but definitely, you know, that feeling of just contentment, I think, is probably the best word to use. That's what Spirit is bringing to me right now. But it's, see, it's again using the tools, whether it's music, whatever it is that helps you to tap back in to those states of being that keep you in that upright position, right? And how can we do that, or what may be affecting us? Tarot can be a great way to help us to understand that. And our hopes, wishes, and fears, yes, moving to calmer waters. Tarot can definitely help us to formulate our thoughts and emotions, right? Using those swords, once again, as wisdom to move us in the direction that's going to be best for our lives. But conflict will ensue if we don't follow what, you know, we receive and feel intuitively to know are the best ways for us to move forward. So it will definitely help to end that struggle of conflict within yourself if you trust in the way that Spirit is coming through. I mean, also you have to trust in who is reading for you. So if you come across someone that you know is a more spiritual person, especially, you know, those are people to trust in, the people that give you the good messages that make sense and really give you that ability to apply what they have given you in your life, and you've seen good results from it. Those are the people that you really want to invest in, if you will. But if you do feel that you need answers, never hesitate to reach out to somebody that you trust, to, or even yourself. Like I said, really just start tapping into it and see what happens. Hey, Melissa, are you thinking about reading tarot cards? It's really fun to do. And actually, it's so interesting what ends up coming out. Invite your fears to tea. Yeah, this is exactly what you do, is you come in and you look at these situations and you see them for what they are, right? They give you that reignited energy, or that spark, if you will, because now you feel like you have at least some direction in which to go, and that you're not constantly, you know, again, in this conflicted energy with yourself. That's what tarot will greatly help with when you get the right reading. All right, fears are not facts. Often they are just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Yeah, like, don't be afraid of like the negative feelings that you're having, or having to face up to things that are challenging, because you know what? There's nothing to fear. It's just a matter of, you know, being willing to look at it. And if that's fearful, I mean, what can it do to you just by simply observing it and seeing the situation for what it is? Then you can at least make an informed decision about how you want to move forward. And again, tarot could greatly help you with that. All right, so it says, listen to what they have to say. When we are courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. Wow, I like that. Breathe deeply was on top here, and I really like that too, because going into that meditative state, again, pulling yourself out of those situations that make you feel conflicted, right? And maybe even starting to, you know, delve into reading the cards. Sometimes it is always best to have somebody else read for you, though, just in general, because, you know, your emotions can get caught up in the cards and how you want the situation to go. And it can be a little tougher to be a third party to your own self, right, when you're doing a reading. So, but in any case, guys, thank you so much for joining. Oh, hi, Melissa. Oh, thank you. Blessings and so much love to you. I appreciate you joining me. I know it's, well, maybe not quite so early for you. You're a little ahead of me. But yeah, it's been amazing. I love this journey. And thank you for everybody who joins me on it and gives me the likes and the shares. You guys, I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful hump day. I will see you tomorrow for our Love Thing Thursday. What? All right. See you soon. Bye-bye, guys.